Here are the 3 top stories that you need to be aware of right now. Now, this was actually a story from yesterday, but I'm keeping my eye on it, and it's going to, I think, build even more. Ukrainian Marines crossed the Dnipro River, digging inland, say reports. And it looks like what happened is that they did something that looks like this, that they have gone in and they've taken a few towns, and if they establish a beachhead, more soldiers could be crossing over that shortly, and that's something to watch. It's to the point where the ISW has talked about it, talked about mill bloggers, Russian mill bloggers being nervous about it, and that's a good sign. Okay, that's the first story. Last little bit about this is this Euromaidan press said Ukrainian forces crossed the Dnipro River. Analysts say high-risk, high-reward amphibious operation may soon begin after a bridgehead secured in Russian-held terrain. That's story number 1. Story number 2, North Korea is shipping ammunition and weaponry to scale to Russia. This is terrible because it's backfilling Russian stocks. You've probably seen the graph if you're paying a lot of attention to what's going on in Ukraine, where Russian ammunition or Russian amount of shelling has gone down, where Ukraine has just slightly surpassed it in the daily shelling count. Well, Russia's going to be able to restore those stocks, it looks like, because Kim Jong-un is going to be providing extra shells. It also looks like Kim Jong-un, according to the Times of Israel, has actually provided Hamas with some weapons. Okay, this is the Times of Israel. Evidence shows Hamas likely used North Korean weapons in attack on Israel. Like, I didn't see that one coming, but that is what it is. So I would keep a close eye on what Putin is getting from Kim Jong-un, because that's going to be really important, at least in the short run, for him to have the weaponry he needs, the dumb munitions, in order to keep pounding away at Ukraine. Okay, the third and final is Jim Jordan. He's running for the Speaker of the House in the United States. He lost the first vote by about 20. He lost his second vote by 22. And then he said he went into a back room with the rest of the Republicans and he nominated the current Speaker pro tem for a temporary term as Speaker of the House. That could have worked, except the hardliners in his own party, the Republican hardliners that were like him, decided, no, we're not going to do that. The ones that ousted McCarthy didn't want any part of that. And that would have been a good thing, because it would have allowed him to get some time in order to go and rally those 20 people and find out exactly what they want before a vote in a couple of months. It was kind of like Herzon. Like, you traded Herzon, you got the land, but you lost the soldiers. And so it was kind of a win, but kind of a loss, because you didn't get to kill those Russian soldiers, but you got the land back. It's kind of like that for Jim Jordan, but then they didn't want that deal. So that's where we are. Jim Jordan's going to have another vote. That deal's off the table, and we'll tell you what's going to happen sooner or later. If Jim Jordan becomes Speaker of the House, that's a bad day for Ukraine. Conservatives will like it, but it's not going to be a good thing for Ukraine, because he has a terrible record on Ukraine. Okay, that's all that I have for you. Thank you for listening to me, and the likes and the shares and the subscribes and the coffees, and I'll talk to you later.